What's going on, y'all? It's your boy KuJoBrando, bringing you guys my video today on who I think that the remaining characters are going to be for the upcoming fighting game Dragon Ball FighterZ. So it's coming out, release date's finally been announced sometime in January, and yeah, most of the roster I think has been revealed, but there are a few empty spaces, and I just wanted to go over who I think is going to be in those spaces and lightly give a description of what type of fighting style they could have. Also, early on in this game's announcements, they did say that they wanted to focus the game on Z, so for this video, I'm only going to be including Dragon Ball Z characters. And they also announced that there's going to be an 8-character DLC pack, so my theory is that the newer characters from like GT or Super and all that are going to be in that DLC pack. So I'll do a separate video going over what I think is going to be in the DLC pack, look out for that. And yeah, without wasting too much time, let's just jump right into this. So number 1, Mr. Gohan. I feel like everybody likes Mr. Gohan. He's a super cool character, super badass, and I just think it would be nice to have him in the game, because so far all the Saiyans that we got are all in their Super Saiyan form, and I don't know about you guys, but I just want at least one that we can play that's not Super Saiyan. As for his fighting style, Adult Gohan is pretty similar to Goku, but for the sake of the game, I think they could make it so that he has like a more technical version of Goku. So instead of just having a lot of Goku's moves are like just direct attacks without much utility, Gohan could have more like tricks to him and more techniques, and basically use more strategy when fighting. Number 2, Super Buu. I feel like if you're gonna have Fat Buu, you have to have Super Buu as well. He's just relevant. And as far as his fighting style, obviously he could use his stretchiness. I feel like his absorption could also come into play too, whether that's absorbing moves and techniques, or maybe you could absorb characters and gain some sort of like buff, like some sort of power up, or like steal their move or something. If they want to be like super realistic, they could even make it that he can actually absorb the enemy, but they would have to balance that, maybe make it like he can only do it one time, because it would wipe out the enemy, of course. Yeah, maybe make it like 16 where he could only do it one time or something like that. I feel like that would be too unbalanced though. I don't know if they really want to go that route. So number 3, Kid Buu, ties into my last character. Obviously, if you're gonna have the Boos, you gotta have Kid Buu. I feel like he's the most important and coolest one out of all of them, and the one that I would want for a game. Yeah, again, in most Dragon Ball Z games, Kid Buu's moveset is all over the place with his stretchiness. He does all sorts of like weird angled attacks and stuff, going through the ground, wrapping around you, all sorts of cool stuff like that. And also, he's very strong in terms of like ki blasts, like vanishing balls. He has like Kamehameha and all them crazy moves, Planet Busters. So I feel like he'd just be a really dope character to play as, and definitely would like to see him in this game, and expect to see him in this game, to be honest. Like, he's like the final villain of Z, right? So he would have to be it. Number 4, Goten and or Trunks and or Gotenks. What I mean by that is that Kid Goten and Kid Trunks so far haven't been announced, and I feel like they're pretty relevant to Z and people do like them. I feel like they should be represented in some way. Either make it kind of like Android 18 with 17, where they could do like tag team attacks, or if they don't want to go that route because they want 18 to be like kind of unique as well as Ginyu kind of, then they could just put in Gotenks. Either way, I feel like they need to be represented, and if they did put in Gotenks, I would say Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, just because we currently don't have any playable Super Saiyan 3s. All that we got is when Goku does his ultimate, he transforms, but transforms back after. Also, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is the strongest and most memorable one to most people, and I feel like he'd be a very welcome addition to this game. We definitely need that Goten/Trunks representation. Number 5, Majin Vegeta. I'm not gonna lie, Majin Vegeta's fighting style is pretty similar to Vegeta. It just has like more savage moves, and yeah, this one I just kind of threw in because I like him. I think he's really cool, he's really dope, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he's not included, just because of the similarity he has to Vegeta, and with such a small roster, they want to work on making the characters as unique as possible. If he was put in, he could either be like a stronger, more evil version of Vegeta with like cooler moves and stuff, or maybe make him like a very combo-centric character, something like that. But yeah, I would just really like to see him. So number 6, Vegito or Gogeta. I put or because it could go either way. More likely they do Vegito since he's actually part of the canon story of Z. And yeah, as far as his fighting style, it could be something like combo heavy, but also I would say really flashy. You know how in every game they always have that one like super powered character that's just like made extra strong just for the sake of being cool. I feel like that would be Vegito in this game. I know they're trying to make it as balanced as possible, but sometimes just being a little bit overpowered is what makes the game fun instead of having everything 100% balanced. Obviously, as far as like, you know, demand for him, I think it would be pretty high. A lot of people love the fusions, and I would like to get some sort of Goku and Vegeta fusion represented in the game. And yeah, Vegito's just a really cool character. I feel like no one would be mad and everyone would love him to be in the game, so go ahead and put that boy in. Number 7, Broly. When it comes down to movie characters, I feel like Broly is the most popular and most liked in the community, although a lot of people do seem to hate him as well. As far as Broly's fighting style, I feel like it could be something super armor related. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically when you take hits and then your move still comes out, but like a certain number of hits could break it, or like grabs or whatever. As far as I know, there's no one in the game with super armor, like a super armor based playstyle so far. And given Broly's like power and size, I feel like that would only be appropriate for him. He could also be some sort of grapple character like 16, or maybe mix mechanics from both fighting styles. Either way, Broly's super cool, one of my personal favorites, and I'm sure he's 100% gonna be in the game either now or as part of the DLC. So yeah, might as well just add him in now. Number 8 is Djemba. I feel like as far as movie characters go, after Broly comes Djemba, super cool. And one of the reasons why I like him also is because he's unique with he has like special cool unique moves, and he also has his like dimension warping teleporting ability, and I feel like that could really factor into his moveset. They could really give him some like technicality to him, and it'll just look super dope. Yeah, basically add some depth to some of the characters. Again, I feel like Djemba is just super cool, and yeah, given his uniqueness and also the fact that they would maybe want to add a few movie characters to spice the roster up a bit, I feel like Djemba would be an excellent choice for this game. So those are my 8 characters that I think are going to be revealed in upcoming weeks for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Someone else you want to see? People you think shouldn't make it in? And yeah, make sure you go ahead and give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, links in the description below. And make sure you look out for my DLC video. I'm going to do another video similar to this, but who I think is going to be in the DLC pack for the season passes coming up. So yeah, I'm going to holla at y'all later. Peace.